Hey everyone, so today I just wanted to make a video making a really simple and easy Python program slash script that makes a multiplication table. So we'll go ahead and run it here and show you how it works. So it'll ask you up to what integer you want your multiplication table. Let's go with 10, and it will create the table and print it out for you. So just a little interesting Python program that I made just kind of practicing, messing around. It's really basic, but I thought it was pretty cool. Let's get started. Alright, so getting started, just open up a code editor of your choice. I'm just using VS Code, and we're going to create a new Python file. You can call it whatever you want. First, what we're going to do is just import tabulate in order just to make the table how we saw it. So after we import tabulate, which we'll be using to create the table for us, we're going to want to initialize our list that we're going to add the values to that will make up our multiplication table. You can call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it multi-table. And then what we want to do is get the integer from the user about the size of the table. And so what we'll do is, you can go ahead and add a comment, get size from user. And what we'll do, we'll just set the user input, and we'll make it input. So we're going to get the user input, and it's going to be enter up to what integer you want the multiplication table. It'll be the ask. And then what we'll do is we'll throw that into size. We'll convert it to an integer because it's going to be a string. Cool. The next is what we're going to need is we need to figure out a way to fill our multiplication table. So I want to go through line by line what our loops are doing. Our first loop for I in range of 5, this means our loop will repeat 5 times. Now in our code, we have the variable size in the place of 5, which is whatever the user inputs. Here we'll just be using 5 for simplicity's sake. In the next line, we'll initialize a list, which you can think of as our rows for the multiplication table. After that, we set x to 1. Then we have our next for loop. It's called a nested for loop because it will repeat however many times, in our case 5, before moving on with the rest of the first loop. Our nested loop will calculate the correct values and add them to our list. Because our nested loop repeats 5 times, our rows will have 5 values. Once this loop has repeated 5 times, it moves on to the rest of our first loop that then adds our value-filled list to the multi-table list we made earlier. This process repeats 4 more times until we have our full multiplication table. Next is simply just print out our table. So to do this, we'll just print, and we're going to use tabulate in order to do this. So we'll put the list, the array that we're printing out, and we're going to give it a table format argument. We're going to do this simple grid. And then we're also going to do show index and set that to false, so that it doesn't show the indexes as part of the table, so it's just the values that we want. And that is basically it. So we can go ahead and save this. Let's give it a run, see how it goes. Yep. Enter up to what integer you want the multiplication table. Let's go 5. Cool, and there we go. We get the multiplication table. It's pretty cool. It's not that hard actually. Just kind of figuring out the 4 loops, and you're pretty much all set. Yeah, so thanks for watching this short little video about making this multiplication table program. It's really easy and simple to figure out. Just a little project that I wanted to post and share. Nothing crazy or anything, but I thought it was pretty cool. Interesting figuring it out. So thanks for watching. If you do, leave a like. Thanks.